Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Retrospective Perspective. I hope you are doing well and you had a great start into the new week. Recently, actually, we are all experiencing this subject of assertiveness. We are seeing market full of certificates available for the courses and how to be strong and so on and so on. Within some longer process of thinking, I actually found out that there will be two aspects of this assertiveness. One will be that limits our own development. The second one will be related to our psychological boundaries that we create for others and within the relationship of others. The first one, the one that limits our own development, is when we are convinced that our way is the best way. When we are convinced our knowledge is the best. Sometimes we will rely on our degrees. Sometimes we will rely on our success in life. And we are right. Though I believe the mistake we make when we close our minds for the innovations, for people who are around us and having different perception, different knowledge as well. Because my knowledge today, with my age, is most probably not having the same capabilities to gain the new innovative things from the market as the person who is even 10 years younger. The person younger than me is operating in a completely different environment, is using different tools. I'm still old school. People are using tablets for reading. Unfortunately, I'm still buying the paper books. From the perspective of functionality, I believe the new way is much more effective. But this example and many others, including using systems, processes within our computers, laptops. For me, very specific here example will be, Microsoft and Macintosh. Macintosh is completely different forest, dark and rainy, and I don't want to go there. But unfortunately, if I want to develop, if I want to create a quality of work I want to deliver to people, I had to open myself for these kind of tools. And I have to learn how to use it. Creating this awareness, what kind of power of no is having on us in that particular situation, it's, I believe, the first step for change. I do not say we should immediately shift. Allow ourselves to discover, to learn, to dive into learning narratives. Start practicing with little steps. If you were cooking the same food for your family for the last 20 years and everybody are happy, buy a book from completely different cuisine and explore. Learn new spices. Even if culturally you are dedicated to your particular style of cooking, change. Because every single change is creating an amazing asset in our mind, and it will also help us to have much more fruitful discussions with people, because we will have with our own content something to share. If we are blocking ourselves, simply don't develop. The one that is creating psychological boundaries, it's very popular within workplace, mainly, where we can't say no when we feel actually, because we can say no, but we feel we can't. We have granted ourselves this right to say that and justify this little weakness just because it's my boss. With these psychological boundaries, I see 4 subgroups, which will be, of course, work, own distraction, kids, and awareness of its impact. Regarding work, we will say we can't say no, because most probably we are not prepared to build constructive response that will picture to the person who is bringing to us task and more and more. We are not ready with well-prepared narrative that will justify we are having already enough on the table and my people are having full plates. With this project, we are not able to provide 1, 2, 3. Or maybe even to say, the project is indeed interesting, but I believe my business area is having very limited capabilities and capacities to focus on that right now. And when we are bringing, rational actors into the response, that's the way how we are building also the confidence within our image to other person. Within own distraction, we are afraid to say no. It will be a life situation. It can be again at workplace when maybe there is some mobbing, bullying, disrespect, negative construct that you are experiencing, and it has an impact on your mental health. You do not feel happy, satisfied, despite you really want to do what you are desired to do. We will have a lot of situations at home. We are not happy, and I'm talking about really difficult situations, but we are afraid to say no because we are afraid to lose. We are not feeling ourselves strong enough to defend ourselves. And this will also reflect that there are gaps in us, and maybe I can refer you to my latest Better Me For Me episode where I am bringing some ideas based on specific citations I took from books. But most probably, when you are having this fear, it means there are gaps in you. You should dive in, you should discover, pick 1 or 2 and start work on yourself. We can't say no to our kids. These are our beautiful angels. We love them. They are our world. What is our main intention? Our main intention, I believe, as parents, is to equip our kids with the right tools that they will be able to survive in the world. To teach them values, teach them moral and ethics. Not, of course, by, manual instruction and all the stuff, sitting and waving with the finger. Remember, you have to do 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, you will lose your life. No, that's the cutting wings of child. Kiddo now, it has right to do crazy things because this is her age to discover themselves. They cannot be copy of us. But instead, pleasing them, we must be able to identify the qualities that we are giving them. We are having no clue how long we will be on this world. We take life for granted. But when you look at your child right now, especially teenagers, are they emotionally, physically built in strongly enough? Do they have toolbox that when you get sick, they are able to be alone? Are they able? Do they know what does it mean hygiene? Do they know what does it mean personal and household hygiene? Are they prepared to take care of their future house? Are they able to cook? Are they able to think? So for me, it's very important that we have the power in us to say to kids of no, because in this case, if we don't do that, their development might not go well. It's not about if they are, finishing master degrees and having top grades in the school. Are they bringing you the glass of water out of nowhere? Are they asking you when they are teenagers, are they asking you, shall I make you a tea? That's the point we should focus and definitely apply power of no. And the final one is kind of taking altogether awareness of impact. Assertiveness itself, it sounds so simply and it's so strongly correlated with this particularly, work environment. But no, the no does not have the same meaning in every situation and will have different impact on you. Either this is if you stay stubborn, that you know best how to cook pasta, for example. If you stay also stubborn, you don't care about your team that is already exhausted, but you still take this new project just to shine. Own distraction also will have the impact on your personal development. How far you let people go on you. The kids, we are responsible for them that they are able to live on their own. There are many dimensions of it. I believe we as an adult people, we should really apply this life science because we want to all live satisfied and happy life. But without this personal work on it, it might be difficult and we will keep swimming in the mud of blaming other people for our unhappiness. Thank you.